Hey, what's going on, everybody? Great day to you all. My name is Eric, and I am coming from the blank spot located in Columbia, South Carolina. We're located at 224 O'Neill Court, Suite 26 and 27, Columbia, South Carolina, 29223. If you guys want to get in touch with us, you can get in touch with us via our website. We have a email app on there. You can actually email us if you into email info at theblankspot.com, or if you want to ask us a question in person because you may be a little bit hesitant to email or want to see if that we're real people, you can actually give us a call at 803 563 8880. So I hope you guys are doing great today. Um, Good morning, Miss Tawana. Thanks for jumping on. Drop your city and your state. Let people know where you're tuning in from, and hopefully, I'll give you some value this morning. My wife is not here today. She's actually taking care of some things at the house. She's coming in a little later. However, um, this right now is not a selling opportunity. Okay, this is not me trying to sell you something. This is not me telling you about a product or advertising anything. This is just an opportunity to give you some encouragement. Okay. And I want you all to realize something and think about this. There's a lot of people out there who claim to be motivational speakers. There's a lot of people that claim to be, motivational talkers or whatever, but nobody can motivate you but you. You and your situation can motivate you. So if somebody inspires you or something that somebody does inspires you, that's cool. But just remember, you got to find the motivation in your situation. And that being said, this is Thought Provoking Thursday. And for those of you who know me, y'all know I like to talk. But I guess I'm a situational introvert or extrovert. Yeah, situational extrovert. I kind of keep to myself. But when the situation allows it, I will share some information. So for those of you out there who are watching, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, or follow, because we're always sharing some information that I think that's gonna be helpful to especially young business owners, whether you're young in age or young in business. So the topic right now, man, it's real serious. Quitting is not an option. Quitting is not an option. So I want to start with this. I don't know why you started business. I don't know why you started doing whatever it is you started. Whether you're in crafting, whether you're in some type of services, whether you're baking cakes, cookies, whether you're making clothes, whether you have a e-commerce business just selling things. I don't know why you started. I don't know why you started. But if you started only because you wanted to make money, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's only gonna last so long. Okay. You gotta have another reason why you got started. You gotta have another reason uh for keeping on going and have that drive. Making money is important. God knows we need to have money in this world to survive, but money cannot be your only motivation. I hear people talking about all the time. And if you're in the group, if you're in the Facebook group and you're watching this or you happen to see this, man, take some time to look at it and really listen. I call you multimillionaires not because everybody is going to be able to make that amount of money. Okay. That's not why I call you multimillionaires. I refer to you as multimillionaires. It's because we are all wealthy in some area. God blessed us with an ability, a gift, a talent, and He gave it to us. And we already have the ability to do it because we are creators. We were created by a creator. We all have the ability. Some of us are wealthier than we think. Knowledge is wealth. Your skill set is wealth. Your abilities are wealth. And I don't believe in potential. I believe in ability. I believe that everybody has the ability to go further, but you have to put the time in. You got to do the work. But you got to understand that if you started this thing because you wanted to make a lot of money, because you wanted to get rich, if you start this thing only because of the money, you're going to have some problems. You're already going to have some problems, but you're going to have more problems. If you're not focused on the big picture as far as building wealth, as far as helping somebody else along the way to get out of their situation, if you're not focused on that, then you're going to have some issues. And I'm not talking to you from a place of not knowing. I'm talking to you from a place of I already know. Okay. I can remember and recall when my wife and I first started business about 6.5, almost 7 years ago. And we started in a network marketing business, and we're still a part of that company. But we started with network marketing, and a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth about network marketing. The pyramid thing, the I don't want to sell anything. But I'm gonna tell you something. We connected with a great group of individuals. We connected with a great group of personalities. And I'm not gonna tell you that everybody in that group is all good, because just like anything else, you're gonna have some good with the bad. I was also attracted to some not so great personalities. I personally was attracted to some people who only wanted to use my skills, my ability, my talents for their personal gain. And that's when I first understood and learned about capitalism. See, I never knew about capitalism. I went my whole life, and I'm almost 50. I went my whole life not understanding how money worked. I went my whole life not understanding about capitalism. I never understood, because all I did was work a job. I got up every day and I went into the work and I went and built somebody else's business. And I never understood that the whole time, and I was in the military, the whole time that they were using me to get done what they needed to get done. But I want to revert back to what I was saying. Quitting is not an option. So if you started only because of money, your focus is going to die out. You want that flame to keep on burning. So you got to ask yourself, why did you get started? Why did I get started? And the reason why you got started should be the reason you keep going. Hopefully you understand that building something that you can leave for your family, for your children and your children's children, is going to mean more than just making money. I call you multimillionaires because you have the ability to create. You have the ability to develop. You have the ability to do other things. Everybody has ideas. Everybody has something that they can do. A lot of people don't know how to develop that thing. So I'm gonna encourage you and challenge you to surround yourself around people who will not just use you for what you can do for them, but who are also going to in turn give you value and pour into you. Let's just be honest. Everybody uses everybody. Be honest with you. Everybody uses everybody. That's just how the world is made. We all need each other. We cannot do it by ourselves. But when you get to the point, or when you're dealing with personalities and people who you feel like you're giving more than you're getting back all the time, because it's never going to be that even reciprocation. But when you find out, you feel like you're giving more than you're getting, it's probably time to cut ties. You want to surround yourself around people that is going to pour into you, that are going to give you value, that are going to lift you up, that are going to help you up, that are going to encourage you. Positive people. See, the reason why a lot of people start a business and then they just stop, once again, if you're taking notes, it's because we started for the wrong reasons in the first place. I used to hear it all the time in network marketing. Fire your boss. Make this amount of money. Replace your income. They talk about passive income, residual income. Fire your boss. That is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And it was even dumber when I was saying it, because I fell into the whole idea of just repeating what other people were saying. Listen, if you have a job is a blessing. All right? But it's only a blessing if we understand how to leverage it for what it was intended to be leveraged for. And that's to build wealth. That's to build something so your children won't have to start over, so your grandchildren won't have to start over, so on and so forth. See, wealth is not just about money. Wealth is not just about accumulating assets. Wealth is about knowledge. Wealth is about being creative. Wealth is about putting pen to pad, putting these hands to work and your mind to work and creating something. There's lots of people out there with intellectual property. Everybody has a story. You can write a book. You can write an ebook. You can do any type of digital products. That's wealth. But people are quitting because the results are not coming as fast as they want them to come as well. That's another reason why people are quitting. People are quitting a business venture or business opportunity after 30 days, after 90 days, after 6 months, after a year, because it's not happening fast enough. And those same people, those same personalities have been on their job for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, some even 30 years, and they still haven't gotten what they needed to get out of that job. All because we don't understand how it's supposed to work. We latch on to personalities who we think that if we hold on to somebody's coattail who is on the way up or is already up, we feel like if we latch onto their coattails and we just hold on tight and ride, they'll take us with them. Faith without works is dead, man. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. You can't, another reason why people, I think another reason why people quit is because they compare themselves and their situation and their current situation with other people. They compare their financial situation. They compare their business with other people's businesses. And you don't know what that person did to get to where they are. You don't know who they sold out. You don't know who they stepped on. You don't know who they borrowed money from. You don't know what type of debt they're in. You don't know. So people quit because they're comparing themselves to somebody else. And we got to stop doing that. The only person that we should compare ourselves to is the person that we were the day before. And the thing that we want to concern ourselves is being better than that person than we were the day before. Quitting is not an option. Quitting is not an option. There's going to be some times that you're going to want to quit. You're going to want to call your customers and you're going to want to tell them, hey, listen, I'm not making these products anymore. I'm not selling these products anymore. You're going to want to call your customers and you're going to want to say, hey, you know what? I am not selling anything anymore. I'm shutting my website down. I'm closing my business. I'm done. It may be because of a situation that happens personally, because, things happen in our lives all the time. That's a part of life. We lose people in our lives, whether we losing them to death, some type of illness or sickness, whether we losing them because of relationship differences, or whether we losing people just because it's that season. And we decide that because something personal happened, we want to quit. Well, life goes on. And that's a part of life. But you gotta understand why you got started in the first place. You can't let something take you off your focus. If you are in business, and everybody is, and I want y'all to understand something, whether you are making money through a structured business, whether you calling it a side hustle, whether you're getting your money under the table, on top of the table, on side of the table, no matter what we're all in business. Whether you're working for somebody or you're working for yourself, you're in business, because you're either in business to build a business for yourself or you're in business to build a business for somebody else. Think about it. I want you to think about what's happened over the last 24 months. Over the last 24 months. And all the distractions that happened and that came about. And I want to know if you were paying attention. Just think about this. Over the last 24 months, we've had some elections. We had a person in office that was not, I don't think, molded for that position or traditionally molded for that position. I'm not a politician and I don't like to get into politics, but that was a distraction. And then you have COVID-19 coming in. That thing, and I hope they don't block the video, but that thing came out, and I'm not saying it wasn't real, but that was another distraction. People were getting sick. People were passing away. People were so afraid. And then from that, guess what else happened? It started slowing down shipping and packaging and all that stuff, right? Another distraction. These things are going to happen. Then what happens? We got other things that, of course, people of color losing their lives on a regular basis, because of the situation. People were living paycheck to paycheck already, and they were faced with situations whether they should buy food or buy gas, buy clothes or, pay their rent, pay their lights, all because of the economy. That was a distraction. If you're running a business, all those things are distractions. And now we got this war. We got this war that, a lot of people have a lot of opinions about this war. Me, myself, like I said, I did 22 years in the military. And not once did I sign up for war, but I signed up for the military. And because of that, guess what? By default, do I think it's our responsibility to go to another country when our own people are struggling? No, I don't. Personally, I don't. But that's something I signed up for. But that's another distraction. Now we got this thing about Ukraine. So it's a distraction. It's a distraction. You ask yourself, okay, if that's a distraction, and we went through all this other stuff, and now guess what's happening? Gas prices. Gas prices. There's so many business owners and private citizens, individuals, whatever, that are not business owners. They're struggling. They're worried about gas. That's another distraction. And then on top of all that, as a business owner, we're dealing with personalities. We're dealing with customers. We can't get our products in. We can't provide the information that we need. We can't get our websites going. We're at the mercy of the internet service provider. We're at the mercy of the postal carrier service. And then on top of that, it makes you want to quit. Quit to go back to what? To go back to a job or go to that job only? Listen, things are going to happen, but quitting cannot be an option. Quitting cannot be an option. It can't be. If you allow quitting to be an option for yourself and for your family, then you will never break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. You will never break the cycle of go to school, make good grades, get a good job, and retire. You will never break the cycle of not having generational wealth for the next generations. Do you think that the 1%, the people who are actually making decisions in this country, in this world, you think they're thinking about quitting? No, they're thinking about, how can I get more? How can I squeeze the person who is working so hard to make them work a job, to make them stay focused on working this job? Because it's easier to go clock into a job than it is to get to your business. This backdrop right here, this is not a backdrop. I'm at the office. I came in early this morning. Because we had some orders to put out. And I thank God every day for the customers that come in. Not just the ones that buy from us. I'm not talking about those customers. I'm talking about the potential customers that come in, like a lady came in yesterday while we were in here folding up some shirts and tidying up the office. This lady came in and she so inspired me because she said that she had some goals and she had some dreams and she had some visions and she wanted to do better with her life and she wanted to start investing in herself. She said that, she wrote a book and that she wanted to be a inspirational speaker and she wanted to add value to people's life. That inspired me so much to the point to where I find more value in people coming in that are hungry and wanting to start a business and wanting to learn than I do from the ones who are already in business. And that's not to take away from anybody who's in business, but that's the thing that keeps me going. Another young lady, she came by 2 days ago asking questions. She came by asking questions, inquiring about the process of how to get started and what we're doing with sublimation. And the idea that, we took some time out and we spoke to this young lady and asked her to come back. I asked her to come back the next day and she came back yesterday. And we sat down and we had a free, watch this, guys, free. We gave her some of our time and some of our knowledge, one-on-one with her. While my wife was over pressing a wallet, she gave her some information. She gave some more information. And you know what? It's not always about putting a price tag on everything that you do. Some things you're going to have to give away. So the people who are new to what you're doing understand the value and they can pay it forward. Quitting is not an option. I was on a social media platform yesterday and this morning, and it came across my timeline twice. And even though I'm not I'm not crazy about celebrities. This one particular individual, he said something. He said, and I'm gonna quote him. Okay, this is Steve Harvey. All right, Steve Harvey is not my favorite guy. All right, I don't follow. I'm not a celebrity hog. I don't follow people like that. All right, but he said something that made a lot of sense, and the only reason it made a lot of sense and he got it out because he is a celebrity. And that's a whole another conversation, because I think that when you're in a position to influence people, you should use that in a positive way. But anyway, he said something along the effect that he talked about an oak tree, an oak seed. And he said, if you plant an oak seed in a 2-foot pot, that oak seed is going to be stifled by that 2-foot pot, meaning it's not going to be able to grow any bigger, or it's not going to be able to go any deeper than that 2-foot pot. It takes away from the ability of that tree to grow and flourish and be huge, like oak trees are supposed to be. And he said, there's nothing wrong with the seed. It's just that oak tree seed has adapted to its environment. And in order for that oak tree to be the oak tree that it's supposed to be, it has to get out of that particular environment. And he went on to say that God created us, and God is great, and he's huge and he's big, just like that oak tree. But when we suppress our abilities, because we're in certain environments, because we hang around the wrong people, because we latch on to the wrong people, because we're doing the same thing, because we're acting hood and ratchet, and we're acting hustle-ish, and we're acting, all these things that are fast and quick and not productive, then we stifle and hinder our ability to grow. See, some of y'all ready to quit because y'all have not let go of some of them personalities that y'all shouldn't have been in contact with. There's a time and a place and a reason and a season. You got to consider the people that you're hanging around. You got to stop trying to drag people with you. You got to stop trying to hold on to people and personalities, because that's holding you down. It's holding you back. It's holding you back from your ability to grow and flourish. That's why a lot of people want to quit. But I'm here to tell you that quitting is not an option. Because if you quit and go back to where you were, and you realize that where you were is not where you're supposed to be, it's going to be that much harder to get back where you were and get ahead. So I don't know who needed to hear this. I know I definitely need to hear it, because I think about it all the time. I'm not going to tell you it don't cross my mind. This is a lot, even at this level. And this is not, we don't have a huge business. We don't have a huge store. We don't have a huge, in people's eyes, it's not huge. In our eyes, we have a mega store. We have a Southeast Coast distribution center. And you got to speak that thing into existence. But I think about it. My wife and I, we think about it all the time. Man, this is overwhelming. And it does cross my mind. I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you that it did. But then I go back and I look at where I was. And I look back at a time to where we were living paycheck to paycheck, making a lot of money, but living paycheck to paycheck. Didn't understand finances. Wasn't even thinking about business. Didn't even know where our next thing was going to come from. Living paycheck to Monday. Get paid on Friday, be broke by Monday, waiting 11 or 12 days till we get paid again. I remember those days, and I never, ever want to go back to that. Quitting is not an option. Now we have the ability to build. We already had the ability, but we have the knowledge now. We've built several businesses off of financial education. Mind you, notice I didn't say literacy, because we already knew how to read and we knew how to write, but we didn't understand how finances worked. And because we have that foundation, because we have that understanding, because we understand that, hey, we have a strong financial foundation to build our businesses, quitting is not an option. Now, one day we're going to retire. There is an expiration date on everything, okay? You have to make sure you position yourselves to where you can decide when you want to retire, not when somebody wants to expire you. Start Provoking Thursday. And I thought I'd come on today to share this with you. Hopefully it touched somebody. Hopefully it made someone think about, whoever's thinking about quitting, whoever's thinking about giving up, whoever's thinking about, hey, well, you know what? I'm just going to, even though my business was doing okay, it's a lot of work and it's only me, but I'm just going to quit my business and go back to my job because my job offered me a raise. Guess what? I'm going to tell you something. You can't pass that job down to your children's children. They cannot inherit that. And they may not want to do your business, but imagine being equipped with the information to where you can plant a seed in your child onto your grandchildren that is going to keep on growing, that's going to show them how to build or start a business, how to build or start investments, how to multiply their finances instead of just adding them, how to work on themselves instead of working for somebody. Think about it. Quitting is not an option. Hey, my name is Eric, and I'm coming to you live from the blank spot. You know what? I just wanted to know if there's anybody out there who truly needs some help. Okay, truly needs some help. I'm going to offer you some help. Now I'm going out of town for a couple of days, and I'll be back. But I'm going to offer you some help. I'm going to offer you a free one-on-one counseling. Okay, this is a free one-on-one counseling. I'm gonna drop it in all of the chats. As a matter of fact, if you go on, let me see. I'm gonna drop it in all the chats. I don't know if I can drop it here. Let me see if I can drop it here. I can't drop it on this one, but I want you to go to National BB. Okay, nationalbb.net. Okay, nationalbb.net. And if you go on book an appointment, there's going to be a free appointment. Says 15 minutes, I'll give you 30 because I'm really wanting to help somebody who wants to help themselves. nationalbb.net. Book an online appointment. Look for free appointment, free 15-minute appointment. Okay. I want to help somebody. Set up an appointment. If you're serious about your business, but you just don't know how to get it going, if you're serious about your business, but you just don't know which way to go, if you're serious about changing your life, but you just don't know what to do first, latch on to some people that's going to help you. This is Eric coming to you from the blank spot. We're located at 224 O'Neill Court, Suite 26 and 27, Columbia, South Carolina, 29223. Hit me up, hit us up. We wish you guys all the success that you can actually take, all the success you can handle. All right. If you are thinking about quitting, think about what your options are and what the alternative is to quitting. Because quitting leads to starting over. All right. And you guys have a better than amazing day to start Provoking Thursday. I wish you all the best. Take care. Peace.